this out. Look who's here.
We're back.
We're back. We're back. Yeah. We're together again.
We are.
Together
it feels
again.
good.
Like the Muppets,
it feels
right?
Good. It's time to put on makeup. It's time to light the lights.
Anyway, all right. Krista's back, and I'm very happy about that. It's been a while. You might have seen that I was recording alone for a little while, and I told you Krista would be back, and here she is.
I am, and I'm really happy to be back. For those of you that don't know, my husband had a heart attack January the 4th, which threw a wrench into many things. But obviously, Harriet and I, when I called her and said, listen, I have to be singularly focused on taking care of my husband. And she said, of course you do. And that's what I did for the last 6 weeks, 7 weeks. But I finally ventured out today for a few hours because he is on the mend. He's doing well. He's rehabbing. I'm the one who's really having to learn that he's okay. He's actually better than he was probably before the heart attack and the opening of the arteries and all of those things. So we're feeling very blessed. We have a second chance. And I'm so glad to be back with my friend who has been so understanding with all my idiosyncrasies and being patient and waiting.
We learned a few things in this process.
We did.
I don't respond to crises the way Krista does. I pull people in when I'm hurting. I want my phone ringing. I want my friends around. I want people in my house. I want people everywhere when I'm hurting. And that's probably the sum total of who I am from childhood, young adulthood, professional. I always wanted my team around.
I, on the other hand, am an isolator, and I have a tendency to push away all the extraneous people, places, things, everything, and I go into crisis mode and I deal with the situation. And it's nothing personal, it's just the way I do things. And so Harriet has learned that about me, and through the process I've learned, should she have a crisis, she's not going to want me to respond by leaving her alone. She's going to want me to respond by being there. And even though she was there for me subtly and quietly and non-intrusively, how we deal with one another, we've learned a whole different piece of our relationship over these last 8 weeks.
We have, and I think we've learned perhaps to be more patient with everybody, because you don't know what someone else needs when they're walking through hell. I need friends. Krista needs isolation. Other people need different things. So it's really important to remember that when your friend is suffering, it's about your friend. It's not about you. Learn that, understand that, so that when the crisis passes, you can go back to the comfort level you had before.
I feel really blessed that, you never took it personally, even though I struggled with guilt over us, dealing with my husband, but the guilt of not being there, not continuing with this. I knew she wasn't taking it personally, but it's tough. It was tough.
But this is what We're Not Finished Yet really is all about, isn't it? We're Not Finished Yet, remember, was born on the mat when we started talking about issues and who we are and how we go through them and what we think about them. And we said, there's a whole lot of other people out there who probably would like to be part of this conversation.
Right.
It's just more of the conversation.
We're so happy to be back with all of you. We can't wait to hear from you. And we'll be back doing our thing each week. Please join us.
Join the conversation.
Bye.
Bye.